Released in September 1975, Another Green World was the groundbreaking product of Brian, Peter, George, St. John, Lee Baptiste, de La Salle Eno. Melding Eno's playful and heartfelt songs with spacious instrumental themes, Another Green World built a template for countless musicians to follow. Conceptual, experimental, and catchy in one cheeky package.
Since I just can't remember longer than last September.
A former art student who'd written a manifesto titled Music for Non-Musicians, Eno was an early member of Roxy Music before splitting off in 1973. Eno's first solo album, Here Come the Warm Jets, was released that same year, and a tour with the Winkies, a pub rock quartet, as his backing band followed. Though the 1974 run ended abruptly after only 5 shows, the Eno-Winkies collaboration is preserved in a session recorded for John Peel's BBC show. The now legendary radio performance included the track Totaled, which would be retooled for Another Green World, appearing on the album as I'll Come Running.
And I'll come running to tie your shoe.
While listening to quiet harp music in the hospital after getting hit by a car in January 1975, Eno conceived of a new, more open-ended approach to recording. Discreet Music, issued later that year, was his first full instrumental LP in the ambient style he's now credited with inventing. Besides the melody that would become I'll Come Running, Eno entered Island Studios in July 1975 to record Another Green World with no written material. He and the painter Peter Schmidt had, however, recently released Oblique Strategies, a deck of cards designed to spur creativity. Each card contained a single poetic instruction. Honor thy error as a hidden intention, read one. Work at a different speed, suggested another. Eno turned to these cards in the studio to help guide the recording process. Another Green World employed an all-star cast, including Genesis drummer Phil Collins, former Velvet Underground violist John Cale, and King Crimson guitarist Robert Fripp. For Fripp's solo on St. Elmo's Fire, Eno instructed the guitarist to replicate the sizzling high-voltage electricity of a Wimshurst generator, receiving a credit for Wimshurst guitar. Following 1977's Before and After Science, Eno primarily released ambient-style solo albums through the 80s and 90s, rarely performing live, and collaborated as producer and writer with the likes of U2, David Bowie, and Talking Heads. Another Green World remains a nearly perfect balance between Eno's pop and experimental approaches. Though he would almost never replicate the combination in the decades that followed, Another Green World provided both a pivot point and keynote in an already unprecedented career.